What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Jackal Gold Games. So this is going to be a game discussion type video. I'm not sure what I'll call it, but it's going to revolve around video game series, or certain video game series, certain games and genres that I'm not into. So some of these will be ones that are popular and stuff like that, so I wanted to talk about it. I'll start first with the JRPG genre. I could never really get into the JRPG genre. I tried a lot of games from it. I tried some of the Final Fantasy games like Final Fantasy 7, 10, 12, 15, 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 13. I also tried the Kingdom Hearts game, and then I tried one of the Tales games on the Wii. I tried the Mario game on the DS that's turn-based, and I'm just not a fan of JRPGs. I don't like the turn-based combat. I just find it really boring. I can't get into it. I don't like the concept of having to basically, the game freezes kind of and you're stuck with the enemy over there and you're over there and you got to make a decision, attack the enemy, then they attack you, and that's really the whole gameplay. I don't really like that. Another thing I don't like about those games, and this was kind of in Summoner, which kind of got on my nerves, even though I like Summoner, random encounters annoy the hell out of me. It's like, because I don't like the gameplay, they're even more egregious, because you're walking around exploring, and there's a battle, then there's a battle, and then the glass shatters or whatever it does before you fight enemies. It's super annoying. I hate that mechanic. I really hate that mechanic, to be honest. I don't like that mechanic. I really don't think it's that great. And JRPGs, you just never could get into. That's my dog, by the way. But I could never really get into JRPGs. I just don't find them that fun, and I'm not into them. I prefer RPGs, to be honest with you. And a lot of the games I try from that genre, not into it. So that's one. Another one I'll talk about is Souls games. I've tried one of the Dark Souls games. I tried Bloodborne. I tried Neo. I tried, what was that one game called? Sekiro. I tried the one where you're like a half robot person. I'm just not into the Souls games. It's not because they're hard or anything, because I love challenge. Dead Rising 1's one of my favorite games of all time. I like challenge. But I just can't get into them. They don't click with me. I'm not really into the gameplay. It just isn't something I really mesh with, to be honest. I just don't really enjoy the Souls games. They're not for me. I'm not into them, to be honest. So that would be another one of the ones I tried I just wasn't into. Another genre I would kind of throw in here is platformers. I mean, it's weird because back in the day, I liked platformers. Like, I liked the Crash Twinsanity game. I liked Banjo. Now, maybe I would still like those games nowadays, but a lot of the platformers I've tried lately, just not a genre that really clicks with me. Like Pac-Man World 2, I couldn't get into it. What was the one? Sly Cooper, the first one, couldn't get into it. Knack, I couldn't really get into it. I just don't know if I'm really into platformers, to be honest. I even tried Jak 3. I couldn't get into that either. I just don't know if I'm really into those collectathon type games. I even tried the Spyro Trilogy Remastered. Couldn't get into that either. So that's not really a genre I like either, to be honest with you, with the exception of maybe Banjo and some of the Scooby-Doo games. But I don't know if I'd still like them or not. I'll have to see about that. Maybe it's just depending on the game, but that's kind of a genre that I'll throw in here. Another genre that I'll throw in here is RTS strategy games, where basically it's like top-down view, and you have armies you control. I remember playing a game like this way back then. I got like a game bought for me for the original Xbox. It was like a Predator game or something, and the gameplay was that. It was top-down view, you control people, they attack the enemies, and I just don't like that kind of gameplay. I want to get to the action, I want to get to the shooting and fighting and all that. I don't like that strategy stuff where you got to move things here, there. I can't get into those kind of games, to be honest with you. So that'd be another one. Another genre that I'm not really all that much into would be like racing type games. Games with cars, trucks, that kind of stuff. I'm not really into it. I never cared that much about cars and vehicles. Like, I'm not super passionate about them, and never really cared to play, or even the ones I did try. I'm just not really much into the car games. Maybe with the exception of Crash Twinsanity, or not Crash Twinsanity, but Trag. What the fuck is Trag? Crash Tag Team Racing, I liked, but a lot of those sports type racing games, don't care for them. That leads to another genre I don't care for either, sports games. I don't really care about sports games. I don't care about basketball games or baseball games, or a lot of those games. I'm just not into those. They're not for me at all. I don't really care much for them. Another genre I'm not really all that much into is stealth. I'm not really into the stealth genre. From what I played, I'm not really into stealth games. Having to loop around areas, wait, and take the enemy out. I'm just not into that. I like to get to the action. I like more, action games and stuff going on. I just don't like having to hide and wait around and take out enemies. So I'm not into the stealth games. Another genre I would throw in here is tactical shooters, like, what do you call it? Like, what the hell's that game? Battlefield, games like that. I like the simple first-person shooters like Medal of Honor Heroes. That's pretty good. Or Nazi Zombies Boat and Call of Duty, Left 4 Dead. I like simple shit. I don't like all that tactical stuff where it's more complex. You all these guns and stuff, and not into those, to be honest. Not really into them. Another genre that I would throw in here of something that I also don't like would also be, and the last one I'll throw in here, it took me a bit to think of, fixed camera angles. Back then I liked fixed camera angle games, but now I can't really get into them, to be honest with you. I don't really like fixed camera angle games. Some of the older Resident Evil games, even the Onimusha games, I don't really like nowadays. I just don't like fixed camera angles. I don't really care for it. I don't really find it that fun. I don't really enjoy it. If that counts as a genre, that's another type of game I don't really like all that much, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just not all that much into it. The only games I give a free pass for with that would be Silent Hill, because at least you can control the camera, and at least there's times it goes over the shoulder. So yeah, that's about all I can think of right now in terms of like game genres, certain game series, and certain things in gaming I dislike in terms of series and genres. You let me know what certain type of games and genres you dislike. I mean, real quick, when it comes to games I'm into, it would be, third-person shooters, survival horror, RPGs like Fallout 3, games like Gears of War, Dead Rising, Dynasty Warriors, Fracture, Inversion, Condemned, Evil Within, and many other games, some of the Rockstar stuff. Those are the kind of games I'm into, but that's it for this video. Peace out.